What did you see on film when you rewatched some of their longer passes?
We made some mistakes, and I don't even want to say it was communication errors. There were some technique errors that some eye discipline errors that we got to get cleaned up. I mean, there's no way around that. I mean, there's nothing. I've got to do a better job of making sure guys understand exactly what they're doing, and then guys got to do a better job of doing it. And there's not a lot of there was a lot of stretches where we played really good defense, but when you give up explosive plays at that frequency, you're going to have a long, hard day, and it's been a long, hard week because of it.
You never want it to happen, but is there part of it? It's almost good that it happened before the Arizona game. You're about to play a team that wants to do that.
Not a great sequence right here, is it? That you're going to play an explosive passing team. It's just no, I don't think so. I think our guys have a lot of confidence in themselves and they have a lot of pride. You bet. There's a lot of great lessons learned, and it's much better to learn them on a win. But I think we're better than that. I think. As a unit, I think we're better than that. As an individual, I can be better in that, and so hopefully we can get this cleaned up very soon.
Something Arizona does a lot of is play under center, which just doesn't happen in college football much nowadays. Does that present any unique challenges to how they use their under center?
Yeah, it's rare. It's rare. Sometimes you get some tips from backfields and things that you use, and they sometimes don't give that to you. I'm not sure how much they'll do with that, but that's a unique thing, and I think that's a big part of why you still see a lot of that in the National Football League too, because I think people clue into that stuff pretty well, and when you're in the shotgun, and they don't have a running quarterback, at least they're not designing runs for him, so I don't. There's no reason not to be under center. Sometimes people go in the gun, even though they're running under center plays, just so they can have the threat of running the quarterback. And I don't think they care about that. They're going to neutralize you in that by running bootlegs and stuff like that to get him on the perimeter.
What's the biggest thing that you guys have to do to, I guess, defend against under center play?
We still have to be disciplined with our keys. There's still some big play action shots that are going to come out of that, and there's still some downhill run game that we're going to have to dominate the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be, at the end of the day, we're going to have to control the line of scrimmage, and we're going to have to stay on top of some of the bigger plays, and some of the shorter passes can't turn into catch and runs. Those are the three keys right there. If we do those things, we'll be okay.
How worrisome is McMillan?
He's a tremendous football player. Just his catch radius and his range, the way he uses his body to keep defenders away from him, and the accuracy of Noah Fafita, really, all in tandem make him, I'd like to see anybody more dangerous in college football right now.
What did Northern Arizona do that was somewhat effective?
Well, I thought they mixed things up okay against them. Truthfully, I thought Arizona probably shot themselves in the foot more than Northern Arizona just stopped them. They would drive and then they'd get a penalty. They would drive and they'd turn it over. They would, I don't know if there was ever just they certainly didn't dominate them defensively. I think Arizona just probably had a couple of drive-stopping mistakes, and so. But they did do a nice job of designing some blitzes and getting the back and protection. I thought they did a nice job of mixing up their coverages, and they played really hard. At the end of the day, that was the biggest thing that noticed is they had a bunch of guys that just played their butts off, and that's what we're going to have to do.
Does Fafita do the best?
I think he's really accurate. I think he's got a great command of where he's throwing the football. To me, his best trait is his vision. I think he sees things really well. I think he sees coverages well, and I think he knows where to put the football. If he sees leverages, he sees stems, he sees, and his accuracy can get it there. Now, the other thing about him is his arm talent can throw it anywhere in the field. He can throw the field out, he can throw a 60-yard post, he can do any of those things, and we're going to have to, hopefully he's looking up at the sky because it's hard to throw when you're looking that direction.
There's a player or two for you guys where you just think has had an excellent 2 games for you.
Marquise Siegel. Marquise has been excellent. Jacob Parrish has been excellent. Brendan Mott has been excellent. Those 3 guys come to mind right away. I think there's a lot of guys that have been really good. those three guys have been awesome. And I'll be honest with you, if it wasn't for Marquise Siegel's leadership the other night at halftime, getting the band back together a little bit, I don't know how we come out in the second half. He was a star among stars the other night.
How encouraging was it for you to see a couple of the younger guys, Austin and Jack, combine for the big play?
Yeah, that was really cool. And Austin has played a tremendous football game, and Jack, I probably should have played him a little bit more. Jack's not afraid of the moment. Austin's been in the moment a little bit. He's played in some big games here and played a lot of snaps. But Jack I wonder how many guys on our defense would have had the stones to pick that ball up rather than just diving on it, like a pot of gold. And he scooped it up like it wasn't anything. It's something we work on every Tuesday. And, it's a drill that we always do, and he took it to the field and scored, and that was probably the difference in the game.
Is that an easy drill to do, or how do you simulate the
That's a
fumble?
Coach Malone thing. We try to just get the ball going in all different kinds of ways. We call it country ball. Country ball meaning it's a big wide open space in the country. Get your knuckles on the ground and scoop that thing up like a baseball player. And Jack has an awesome baseball background. He could probably play college baseball here if he wanted to. So he's used to that, and he just did it. And I asked him what he was thinking, and he said, "I wasn't thinking about anything. I was just wanting to make sure I didn't fall down." So I was excited about him and having his breakout moment there.